If this isn't proof that DC is dead, I don't know what is. Just about an hour ago or so, I don't really know how long it was announced that DC's Batgirl movie, which was supposed to hit HBO Max in December, has officially been canceled. And I don't mean cancel culture bullshit, I mean the release has been canceled. And why is this? Well, because it sucked, apparently. Apparently, the reactions from the test audiences were so negative that they decided to scrap it entirely, even going so far as to call it irredeemable. So I don't even know what to say about this, because it's fucking hilarious. If you know me, if you've been on this channel for even the last just few months, you know that I have a sore hatred of modern DC, because their movies suck, their fans are some of the most toxic assholes on the internet, and they have no idea what they're doing as a company, and this is proof of that. Now, upcoming DC films include, so something I do need to talk about that other people have talked about that I did not was Comic-Con, and the fact that DC had virtually nothing. They had a panel for Black Adam and for Shazam! Fury of the Gods, and that's it. No TV shows, no Batgirl, no Flash, no Aquaman 2. Just complete silence on all of those fronts. Aquaman we know they were keeping silent about because of Amber Heard, and Flash we know they're keeping silent about because of Ezra Miller. But this was seen seen as very cowardly by not only DC fans, but by the general public, by them trying to ignore those problems instead of facing them head on. Because facing them head on would be a good thing. Give us the news about what's going on with your movies, otherwise your movies are gonna flop. I have a feeling Aquaman 2 and The Flash aren't going to do especially strong. I mean, Aquaman 2 will probably still make money because people like the first one, because it's one of the DCEU's only competently made films. So it'll still make some money, but the simple fact that if they keep Amber Heard around, that they're not going to make the money that the first one did, which broke $1 billion. And so far it's the DCEU's only film to break $1 billion. And not only that, even if they do replace Amber Heard, they are not giving people enough time to know about it, so they can decide whether or not they go watch the movie without her in it. And then The Flash, obviously, they're ignoring the Ezra Miller debacle, despite the fact that it has been announced that he will not be in any future DCEU project post-Flash movie. Even though there have been reports going around, there are rumors that he would be recasted with Dylan O'Brien, like he would reshoot the movie, like they would reshoot the movie with him in it. I don't think that's what they're gonna do. I don't see them canceling the Flash movie, because Batgirl had a budget of about $100 million, and they scrapped it. So Flash has a budget that is twice that. I don't see them canceling that. The funniest thing about this Batgirl movie cancellation is that back in like June or something, so when it was announced, it was announced that it would go to HBO Max. But around in June or something, it was announced that somebody who was like one of the higher ups was considering a theatrical release for it. And a lot of people said, no, if this goes to theaters, I'm not watching it. So it was a pretty safe bet it wasn't going to go to theaters. And now they've shelved the movie, which in Hollywood speak means we finished the movie, but we're not releasing it. Now, movies have sat on the shelf before being released. How RoboCop 3, which was awful, sat on the shelf for 2 years before Orion's Pictures cut their losses and released the movie. And I don't see this happening, though. The movie stars Leslie Grace, Michael Keaton, J.K. Simmons, and Brendan Fraser. And those people are, at least some of them are relatively well-known, but people really love Michael Keaton as Batman, and like J.K. Simmons as Gordon. He was just stuck in Zack Snyder's Justice League, unfortunately. So, it's not like this movie is just like a movie full of nobodies that would have flown under the radar. it had big time actors in the movie, which is why the budget was so inflated. And now the movie is just the movie's finished. I'm pretty sure the movie is like finished. And they just scrapped it, which tells me it must have been like Batman and Robin or Howard the Duck levels of bad. Like I said, the thing said irredeemable. So that tells you all you need to know. So, yeah, this is a clear sign that DC, what I've been saying for the last few years, that DC has no idea what they're doing and they're absolutely screwed. I don't see Black Adam doing great. I see it doing okay at best, purely because it has The Rock. I see Shazam 2 doing okay, because even if it sucks, people who like the first movie will show up for the second movie. So even if it's bad, it'll still at least be a modest profit. But I don't know what the hell DC's planning anymore. They're not planning anything. I know that for a fact. Because they immediately deviated from their original plan after Justice League bombed at the box office and all their films got delayed. So, yeah, I don't know what they're doing. DC is screwed. And I find it hilarious that they just canceled a $100 million money sink. So, what do you guys think of this news? Are you grateful that this movie's canceled? Were you looking forward to it for some inexplicable reason? Let me know in the comments. And now I have to get back to my reviews. So, I'll see you then.